What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Let's dive into our first news. Islam Makhachev has made it clear that he wants to defend his belt more than Kamaru Usman ever did. Ahead of his highly anticipated fight with JDM, Islam shocked a lot of fans and the MMA community when he revealed that he wants Kamaru Usman to be his first title defense target. After these comments went public, it seems Makhachev is now saying that he plans to chase Usman's record for title defenses at welterweight. During an interview with the UFC, Makhachev outlined his ambitions after the JDM fight. He said, second belt, defend maybe more than Kamaru, and to become Hall of Fame, and that's it. This shows how serious Islam is about cementing his legacy in the sport. He's not just looking for wins. He's focused on setting records, defending belts, and making his mark in MMA history. It's important to remember that Usman had 5 title defenses before losing the belt to Leon Edwards. If Islam follows through on his plan, it could mean he's willing to stick around for at least 5 more fights at welterweight. Possibly even more. That's a level of dedication and ambition that really stands out in today's MMA landscape. Fans are excited to see how this unfolds because Islam's approach is methodical. He isn't rushing into the next big fight without a clear plan. Instead, he's thinking about legacy, records, and the history books. Beating Usman or matching his title defenses would instantly put Islam in conversation with some of the greatest fighters of all time. This move also adds another layer of hype for his upcoming fight with JDM. Everyone will be watching closely to see if Islam can secure the win and then execute his plan for the welterweight division. His focus on long-term goals, rather than just one fight at a time, shows maturity and strategic thinking. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to help support the channel. Moving on to another news, the MMA community is buzzing after Khabib's recent comments, and fans, analysts, and fighters have been weighing in with their thoughts. Many people agreed with Khabib, highlighting the excitement and magnitude of the fights he mentioned. One commentator said, "I actually agree. As much as I love the Jon Jones versus Alex Pereira fight, and it's one of the biggest fights to put on across all combat sports, the magnitude that Ilia Topuria brings is reminiscent of the Conor McGregor era." Others, however, disagreed, pointing out that both Jon Jones and Alex Pereira are bigger names than Islam and Ilia Topuria. One fan noted, "I would say those are the 2 biggest fights the UFC can make right now unless Conor returns, because we know Jones will just grapple." Despite this, many argued that the unknown factor of Islam versus Ilia is what makes it truly exciting. Fans explained that the difference lies in anticipation and impact. Most people wouldn't lose much sleep if Ped Jones didn't happen, but if Islam and Ilia don't fight, the what-if scenario would dominate conversations for years. The potential clash between Islam and Ilia could become one of the biggest fights in UFC history, especially if Islam finishes JDM this Saturday. Many also mentioned that for the fight to happen smoothly, a catchweight might be necessary, so both Topuria and Islam can fit into the bout. This adjustment wouldn't take away from the excitement, but would make the matchup more feasible, keeping fans on the edge of their seats. Overall, the reactions show that the MMA world is paying close attention to Khabib's comments. His insight has sparked debates about rankings, fighter legacies, and the most anticipated matchups in modern MMA. The combination of high stakes, legacy implications, and unpredictable outcomes makes the Islam versus Ilia fight a must-watch, as fans and experts alike continue to discuss how it could shape the sport for years to come. Moving on to another news, Islam Makhachev shocked fans after beating Alex Pereira in the latest grip strength test. During fight week, this new trend of testing grip has been taking the MMA world by storm, and Islam showed why he's one of the strongest fighters out there. Makhachev tested his grip, and the results stunned a lot of people. Recently, Khalil Rountree set the highest score at 166.2 pounds, while Alex Pereira was second with a score of 159.2 pounds. Islam stepped in and surpassed Alex Pereira's record by hitting an impressive 161 pounds. He was only 5 pounds shy of Roundtree's record, which is even more remarkable considering Roundtree competes as a light heavyweight. For some context, the average person usually scores around 103 pounds, which makes Islam's grip strength even more astonishing. His performance in the test not only highlights his raw physical power, but also demonstrates the kind of strength that translates directly into his fighting style inside the octagon. Fans and analysts alike have been talking about how grip strength can affect takedowns, control, and overall dominance in fights. Islam's ability to hit 161 pounds shows he's not just a technical fighter, but also a physical specimen who can overpower opponents when it matters most. This test also adds to the hype around his upcoming fights. Every little detail, from training performance to physical stats like grip strength, contributes to the growing respect and fear other fighters have for him. Islam Makhachev continues to impress with his combination of skill, strategy, and raw power, solidifying his reputation as one of the most formidable fighters in MMA today. Moving on to another news, Bryce Mitchell has revealed that his dream fight would be against Sean O'Malley, and he isn't holding back about how much he wants it. In an interview with Helen Ye, Bryce explained that the best matchup the UFC could possibly make would be City Boy versus Country Boy, O'Malley versus Mitchell. He called it the biggest fight he could imagine and said that Ali is his top potential opponent. Bryce emphasized that anyone in his position should take Ali as a serious threat, praising his skill and talent. He said, "He's very good. It would be a great matchup, and I see it going that way." His comments show how much respect he has for Ali, while making it clear that he's ready to step up and face the challenge. At 35, Bryce acknowledged that he doesn't have the same resume as some of the top fighters in the division, which might require him to fight backwards in the rankings for now. He mentioned he could face a number 20 ranked fighter and is perfectly fine with that. "I'll take any fight they give me," he said, showing his willingness to work his way up and compete with the best. Bryce also shared his vision for the next 2 to 3 years, saying he sees himself competing very well with the top of the division, including the biggest names and best fighters at 35. His confidence, determination, and strategic approach to climbing the ranks make it clear that he is serious about chasing elite matchups. Fans are excited about the potential showdown between Bryce Mitchell and Sean O'Malley, as both fighters bring exciting styles and personalities to the octagon. Bryce's candid remarks and focus on long-term goals highlight his ambition, making him one of the most intriguing fighters to watch in the division over the coming years. Moving on to another news, JDM has shared his predictions for Islam Makhachev's game plan ahead of UFC 322, giving fans a detailed look at what he expects inside the octagon. During an interview with ESPN, JDM revealed that he thinks Islam's strategy will revolve around relentless wrestling and takedowns. He predicts that Islam will push for the takedown continuously for 25 minutes straight, meaning he doesn't expect much striking from him. Or, if there is any, it won't last long, JDM said. "I expect 25 minutes of him pushing for the takedown. It's always a threat. It's something he's always thinking about." JDM also addressed the question of size and weight, saying he doesn't believe he'll have a significant advantage over Islam at welterweight. He explained that Islam will likely be more filled out, healthier, and probably in the best shape he's ever been. JDM said, "Really, we've sort of planned this whole camp knowing Islam was going to come up. We believed he's going to be a big, strong welterweight. Definitely don't think I'm going to have a big weight advantage. I think he's just going to be more filled out, probably more healthy, probably feels the best he ever has." Adding to the discussion, Alexander Volkanovski posted a video warning JDM about taking the fight to the ground with Islam. He acknowledged that JDM is excellent on the ground, but stressed that Islam dominates in grappling. Volkanovski said, "Jack's great on the ground, but we don't want it to go to the ground. Even though Jack's good there, that's Islam's world. That's all he does 24/7. He was probably wrestling before he started walking. That's how long these guys have been doing this." Volkanovski advised JDM to be comfortable with scrambles, keep urgency, and use his weight to wear Islam down. He noted that while Islam can be tired from scrambles, JDM needs to avoid complacency and maintain strong positioning on the feet. Moving on to another news, Dana White has confirmed that the highly anticipated fight between Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev can actually happen. Dana appeared on Prince Street Pizza's YouTube channel and talked about the matchup, giving fans hope that this exciting bout could be next on the UFC calendar. During the interview, Dana was asked about the chatter surrounding Ilia versus Islam, and he didn't hold back. He said, "Yep, that can happen too. I want to see that fight. I think everybody wants to see that fight, including Topuria and Islam." His comments make it clear that both fighters are interested and that the UFC is open to making the matchup a reality. This confirmation has already sparked excitement across the MMA community, as fans have been eagerly discussing the potential clash. Both Islam and Ilia bring different styles and strengths to the octagon, which would make this fight a thrilling spectacle. Dana's endorsement adds credibility and momentum to the talks, making it one of the most talked about potential fights in recent months. With Dana White backing the fight, all signs point to negotiations moving forward smoothly. The anticipation is growing, especially after Islam's upcoming bout with JDM, as fans are eager to see if he can continue his winning streak and then step into the cage with Ilia. The combination of skill, strategy, and high stakes makes this fight a must-watch for UFC fans worldwide. Dana's confirmation has only amplified the hype, and everyone in the MMA world will be keeping a close eye on how this fight shapes up in the coming months. Moving on to another news, Joe Rogan has shared his reaction to Ronda Rousey's recent comments, expressing nothing but respect and admiration for the legendary fighter. Joe called Ronda a true legend, saying, "I got nothing but love and respect for that lady. What she did was so impressive. She was the first legitimate female superstar. She made the UFC female division possible." He emphasized that without her, Dana White may never have embraced female fighters in the UFC, noting that it took someone as dynamic and special as Ronda to open his eyes and realize she was a star. Joe went on to address Ronda's mindset, explaining that she speaks from a champion's mentality. He said, "When she said, like, I wasn't an expert, anyone's entitled to their opinion, you know, but you got to understand why she thinks like that, because she has a champion mentality. You never fought, you ain't, it's real simple." He compared it to someone who studies football without ever playing, saying that studying doesn't replace real experience. He also clarified that Ronda's comments weren't meant to be mean, even when she criticized certain wrestlers. She went to wrestling, Ronda, and then she said all these terrible things about the wrestlers. She said things about you, who I love. She didn't say anything terrible about me. She said, "You're not an expert." That's all. That's not terrible. That's just an opinion. Seems mean to me? No, no, no. That's all. Look, if I was a... Joe paused, emphasizing that what Ronda said was straightforward, honest, and came from her perspective as a champion. Joe highlighted how much Ronda's impact goes beyond just her words. She changed the sport, inspired countless fighters, and created opportunities for women in MMA that never existed. Before his comments underlined that while opinions can be misunderstood, Ronda's legacy and contribution to the UFC are undeniable. Joe's perspective reminds fans that champions like Ronda speak from experience, confidence, and a drive to succeed. And her opinions reflect that mindset rather than any intention to demean others. Overall, Joe Rogan's reaction reinforces the respect Ronda commands in the MMA world. Her champion mentality, groundbreaking achievements, and honest commentary continue to influence fighters, fans, and the sport as a whole, solidifying her place as one of the most iconic figures in UFC history. Moving on to another news, Alex Pereira has called out Khamzat Chimaev for a grappling match, and his words have already sent shockwaves through the MMA community. In a recent interview, Alex made it clear that he's ready to face Khamzat anywhere, anytime. He started off by addressing the hype around big names, saying, "First of all, he needs to get there. We need John. We want John Jones, a big name, but she might have to fight that guy there. If he fights that guy, I'll bet my house on it. Despite talking about retirement, Alex emphasized that he's still around and ready for challenges. He didn't hold back when getting serious, saying, "If you mess with me in the lobby, at the hotel, anywhere you see me, you mess with me, I snatch the life right out of you, man." His confidence and intensity make it clear that he's not just talking. He's ready to prove himself in the grappling arena against one of the toughest fighters in the sport. Alex's call-out adds a new layer of excitement for fans, as Khamzat is known for his dominant grappling and wrestling skills. A matchup between these two would test both fighters' technique, strength, and strategy in a way few others could. The MMA world is now buzzing with speculation about when and where this grappling showdown could happen. With Alex Pereira throwing down the challenge and Khamzat Chimaev's reputation for dominating opponents, this is shaping up to be one of the most intense matchups fans have seen outside of a traditional MMA fight.
That's it from MMA Pulse News. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.